So what I'm doing now is I am using what's called a secret word. All right, here's the completed costume. Like I said, literally all I had to do was put a crown on my head, and then I safety pinned the Snapchat logo to my shirt. Despite all of the stress, all of the days that are frustrating, like, this is why I do what I do. I'm just gonna get to school, I've gotta clean up, and we're just gonna embrace the crazy today. Good morning, YouTube. It is already Tuesday because yesterday I was actually out for professional development. I am my school's e-coach, and I had to go to an e-coach PD. It was all like technology, which I was super excited about because usually PDs tend to be kind of boring, but this one wasn't. Like, I actually got some good information, and it will be information that I can pass on to you all. But for obvious reason, I did not vlog because I essentially was in meetings all morning, went and got lunch, and was in meetings all afternoon. However, it was a good day. And now it's Tuesday, which this now has kind of thrown off my week. For some reason, I feel like it should be Wednesday, but it's not. It's Tuesday. Tomorrow is Wednesday. Tomorrow is Halloween, so I've got some stuff I've got to get ready for that. And I need to figure out what I'm doing with my students because I want to do some kind of a fun Halloween activity, but I don't know. My brain has not gotten that far. So I'm going to go ahead and head to school, and then I will catch up with you all there. So I thought I would try something new. These are all papers that I printed out last night that I need my TA to make copies of. So while I go through and label them with sticky notes, I thought that I would kind of talk through what I am doing, because I had a lot that I had to prep last night because each of us does a different month for morning work. And actually, this is harder than I thought, to sit here and write and then try to talk to you at the same time. We each split up our morning work. So one teacher did September, one teacher did October, and then I am doing November and December. So I had a lot to kind of prep for it. So that means prepping the morning work slides, which I will show you in a second. We also have to get word searches for the Fridays of all of those weeks, because we always give our students word searches on Fridays just because it's something nice, fun, and relaxing for them. And then we also have to prep the study hall activities. So we have study hall every Friday because we do not have planning time, but some of our students go to chorus, so the rest of our students have study hall. So I had to prep all of the study hall activities as well. Now, I got all of them done for November, but I did not get them all done for December, which is okay because that's so far off. But one of the study hall activities, this is for, I think about 2 weeks from now, around Veterans Day, is an AGAMOGRAPH. Now, if you don't know what I'm talking about, just Google it, but AGAMOGRAPHs are really, really cool because when you assemble them, when you look at it from one side, it looks like one picture, and when you look at it from the other side, it looks like another picture. So I thought that that would be really cool to do for Veterans Day. We're gonna do it the Friday before Veterans Day because we're celebrating on the following Monday, so then that way our students can have them up on display so when all the visitors come, they can see them. So I'm gonna go ahead and write the sticky notes. Apparently I cannot do both at the same time. Okay, next study hall activity. This is one for in December. I saw this on Pinterest. It's essentially just a template for these little lights, and then the students are gonna write different acts of kindness that they have seen fourth graders doing on the lights, and then we're going to light up the halls with kindness. So I think I'm gonna have my TA copy these onto like red or green paper, and then that way they don't have to color them, or maybe I want them to color them. I don't know. I'm gonna ask my team teachers what they would prefer, so I'm gonna put that one aside. This is another activity for study hall, so it's a logic puzzle, and this one has to do with like Thanksgiving dinner. So these are like the clues and everything, and then this is the organizer where they would kind of show like their work, and as they eliminate things they can cross them off, and then ultimately they're looking for one thing in each row and column, and they're really cool. If you've never done a logic puzzle, there's tons of them out and about. I actually got this as a freebie because I signed up for someone's newsletter, so I will link the like blog posts that went with these so you can sign up as well. You know what, at this point I might as well just go through and show you everything. Okay, this is a check for understanding. We are doing 2-digit by 2-digit multiplication today, so I need my TA to make copies of this. Also, I have notes for my students on on 2-digit by 2-digit area model. I've already given them notes on the area model for 1-digit by 2-digit, 3-digit, and 4-digit, but now we are working on 2-digit by 2-digit. These are her like little notes, kind of lesson plan for today, so she knows what we're doing. These are practice pages, which I will have her copy for my students to do today. This is another study hall activity. I did this with my second graders and I always loved it. So this is called Turkey Disguise Project. Some teachers give this like for their students to take home and then bring back, but we're just gonna do it during study hall. So basically students will get this template of a turkey and then they have to try to disguise it somehow so it doesn't get eaten for Thanksgiving. And I will probably give them, in addition to like crayons and markers, I will give them any other little materials that I have. So scraps of construction paper and foil and all kinds of fun things like that. So the rest of these are all word searches. Now we don't do them full size, we copy them 2 to a page, so they are smaller, but I got a pack from my friend Katie at Run Teach Create. So I will link this product in the description box. If you're not following her, you should follow her because she's awesome. But she has like different National Day like word searches in her store, which I thought was really cool. And it worked out really well that some of them there actually was a word search for that Friday, but some of them there weren't. So I just picked one that was like earlier that week or like over the weekend or whatever. So I have one like for Christmas, one for Bill of Rights Day, which is December 15th, Thanksgiving, National Sunday Day, which is November 11th, Halloween, which obviously is the 31st, National Cotton Candy Day, December 7th, and then November 26th is National Cookie Day. And I'm sorry, I said her name wrong. It's a early morning for me, y'all. It is Teach, Run, Create, but regardless, I will link these for you all in the description box, and now I'm gonna actually work on writing my sticky notes. So I wanted to talk to you all about classroom management and something I'm doing different. I use a lot of like attention getters with my students. So call and responses, like I will say shark bait, they say ooh aha, that's from Finding Nemo.
Shark bait. Shark bait. Ooh ha ha.
But sometimes that gets stale and then the students no longer respond to it because it's just kind of become very mute in their mind.
Enough of the shark bait. Shark bait. Ooh.
So what I am doing now is I am using what's called a secret word. So I will change the word every day, and sometimes I like to pick, you know, holiday themed ones. Since Halloween is tomorrow, today's secret word is skeleton. So anytime I say skeleton, they have to give me their attention. And what I've been doing is the first student that I notice that gives me their attention earns a cup kudo, which is like our incentive system. So far, working really, really well. And what I love about this is the fact that you change the word every day. So it's always something different, and students have to kind of pay attention to what the secret word is. And I just put it up here on my board where I kind of have all of the different things. And yeah, I took the C down from science. I need to put it back, but I used it to trace. This C is actually an O, and then I cut it to make it look like a C because I was all out of letter C, so I need to put that back. But I just have it right here. It's nice and easy. All I have to do at the end of the day is erase it and pick a new word. So this is an idea you could definitely use with any grade level in your classroom. Good morning, YouTube. Story time, which I feel like I've had story time a lot lately and not always for good reasons, which brings me to what happened yesterday after school. I was in the process of vlogging and I had set my camera down on a table, and I'll even insert the clip right here. So, dropped my camera. Well, actually, I didn't drop it. It slid off the desk. Fell face first, hit the lens, jammed the lens. It died, basically. It's done with. I tried everything I could to fix it. I tried Googling, nothing would work. So I had to go out last night to Best Buy and buy a new camera, which was not fun because cameras are very expensive. And for all those people who say, you know, I want to try out vlogging, just keep in mind, equipment is very expensive and equipment does not last forever. I am now on my 4th vlogging camera, which is insane. 4 vlogging cameras. Ouch. But you know, things could always be worse. And yes, it was upsetting and I was in a bad mood and it was frustrating, but things could be worse. So last night, I spent some time working on my costume because I needed to make it. We are going pretty simple this year, but I will show you later on. We're not changing until like our planning time, but I will show you what our costumes are for Halloween, and I will also show you the activity I'm doing today for math, because my team teacher and I were like, you know what, these kids have been working really hard, like we don't need to do like a regular math day, like we want to do something Halloween based. So I will show you that, and I have to go to the media center this morning because I was randomly selected to participate in this survey. So that kind of stinks because I really needed that time this morning, but again, it's okay. I'm gonna smile. It's Halloween. I'm gonna have a good day with my kiddos. I can't wait to see their costumes at the end of the day for our parade and all that jazz. So I'm gonna catch up with you all later on. So first of all, I was putting these out yesterday and then my camera fell, but we are giving each of our students a pencil and then one of these little like pumpkin jack-o'-lantern erasers this morning, and they can use it to work on their morning work. And then at the end of the day, we're gonna give them some vampire teeth, and we're making tags. We don't have those quite ready yet, but I will show you those once we get them ready. So fourth grade is being the different Snapchat filters. So these are the little Snapchat ghosts. I just printed it on yellow cardstock and laminated it, and I'm gonna pin it to my shirt, which I will show you once I get that done. And then I am going as like the flower crown. So I made this last night. The actual crown part, this is a stem from one of the flowers that I bought at Michael's, and I just stripped all the leaves and the flowers, and then I kind of like bended this part back here, and then I reinforced it with hot glue so it wouldn't come apart. And then these flowers I got all from Michael's. A lot of them were on clearance, which was really, really good because they were cheap, and I literally just hot glued them around the crown. I tried to make it look as close as I could to the actual like Snapchat crown filter, but I don't know, it looks a little bit big on my head. Like this flower right here is ginormous, but once I get it on, I will show you all what that looks like. All right, here's the completed costume. Like I said, literally all I had to do was put a crown on my head, and then I safety pinned the Snapchat logo to my shirt, and then we are wearing all black otherwise. So it's a really easy costume idea. I don't know if it's the most creative costume idea, but that's okay. It was easy, and this year that's what I needed. I needed something easy and something not elaborate. So hopefully you all enjoy. Hopefully you can tell me that it actually looks like the filter, because that was my goal and I don't know how well I got there. So for math today, our students are going to do a STEM activity. They're going to be building pumpkin launchers. I think it'll be a lot of fun. We are gonna start by showing them a video from Pumpkin Chunkin'. If you don't know what that is, it is an event that takes place around the fall time in Delaware. I've actually gone, it's really, really cool. People construct like catapults and launchers and like these cannon type things to shoot pumpkins, and they try to see who can shoot it the farthest. So I got a pack from TPT with this whole STEM activity in it, so I will link that for you in the description. This is their recording sheet, so they can kind of get their ideas down, they can plan it, and they can kind of reflect on it at the end. Each group is going to get one of these papers that is the constraints for the pumpkin launcher, so it has all of the guidelines that they have to follow. I'm gonna put my students into 8 groups, and with 32 students, it'll be roughly, you know, about 4 students per group. So all of the materials were listed in the STEM pack, but obviously you could deviate from it, so I deviated just slightly. Each group is going to get 2 large pipe cleaners, 2 small pipe cleaners, 4 rubber bands, 5 large popsicle sticks, 5 small popsicle sticks. When I say small ones, I mean like regular size ones, 1 cup, 1 spoon, 1 pom-pom that they can use to kind of test, and then 1 candy pumpkin. These are like the mellow cream, these are the mellow cream pumpkins that are from like Target, Walmart. You can find them almost anywhere. So I do have extras in case they launch their pumpkin and then like it breaks. Totally fine, but this will make it really easy just to kind of pass out the materials that they need, and they're gonna have the entire class period, which will be about an hour, hour and 15 minutes to work on this in their groups. Then this is the other little treat that we are going to give our students at the end of the day. So our entire grade level is doing the same thing. My team teacher got these vampire teeth last night, I think at Target, and then she printed out this little tag for us earlier today. So it's just on orange paper, and I literally just took some washi tape and taped the vampire teeth on. Some of them are sideways, some of them are straight, depending on how the paper was cut. And I was like, you know what? The tag doesn't matter. Like, our students really just care about the teeth. So I put my perfectionism aside, and I know that this is good enough. So it is about the end of my planning time, just kind of checking in with you all. I have to laugh because some of our students get it and they're like, oh, your Snapchat filters. And especially our students who were in our classes last year and are now in 5th grade, they came back and saw us and like they all got it. Some of our students, however, are just like, what are you guys? Like, I don't get it. So it's just kind of been funny to see their reactions, but so far I'm enjoying it. It's been a little bit of a hectic morning. I'm just trying to get everything ready for the catapults and the vampire teeth and all that. But now I can just enjoy the day with my students. I do have Hero Boys after school, but then I will catch up with you at the end of that. So just so you all can see the reality of teaching, this is what my desk looks like at the end of the day. And I know some of you will probably comment and say, well, it's not that bad. True, but for me, this is pretty bad. Even like over here on my cabinet area, I started kind of organizing the supplies, but I just have not gotten anything like actually put away. And I'm just leaving it. So it is 5:30. I just had Hero Boys. It ended and I'm getting out of here. As you all just saw, I'm leaving my room a mess because right now I need to get home. I want to enjoy my Halloween night. I gotta go hand out candy. We typically get like 200 trick-or-treaters, pretty intense, and I can fix this tomorrow. You know what I mean? Like, I don't need to stay at school an extra half an hour to sit here and clean. I can push it to tomorrow, and that's what I'm choosing to do. So I'm gonna go have a good Halloween night, and then I will catch up with you all in the morning. Good morning, YouTube. I'll put it this way. I fell asleep last night with the lights on because I was that tired. I got into bed at like 9:15, which is super early for me. But that means I get a good night's rest, which is exactly what I needed because the day after Halloween is always interesting. The students are very sugared up. But good news is I have Chromebooks today for math, so hopefully that helps. And I'm just gonna get to school. I've got to clean up and we're just gonna embrace the crazy today. I have good news. My class finally got first place for Reading Olympics. We have gotten second place 3 weeks in a row, and my students were trying really, really hard to win, and it finally happened. So that means we get to keep the torch for the week. This is just styrofoam, and then this up here is like foam, and it makes a little flame, and then there are magnets on it so we can keep it outside of our classroom door, and we get 5 books for our classroom library. This is what our students turn in every week. So they just get a parent to sign it. They write how many hours they've read, and then someone in the reading office initials it. And then it's whichever class has the highest percentage of participation ends up as the winner for that week. But I really talked to my class about being humble winners and not bragging about it or anything like that, and how they still need to show that they are happy for the students who got second place or third place or fourth place. And I told them if I heard anyone bragging to the other classes that I was not going to turn in my card next week, which would obviously hurt our percentage. So hopefully I got through to them. Other good news, I always tell my students, you know, that I love Reese's, and they know that. So I had a lot of students who brought me in Reese's and just different candy from their candy stash from Halloween, which I just always think is super, super sweet. I love that my students, you know, care about me and are willing to bring in some of their candy for me. So I'm going to add this to my stash, and I will probably enjoy some right now because let's be honest. Reasons I believe I am the luckiest teacher ever. I just walked into my classroom after coaching Girls on the Run, and my board, which I thankfully have some lovely ladies that take care of every day for me, one of them wrote on here, "Have a happy day, Miss Ferré." Like, it's the little things that just keep you going and make you so happy to do what you do, despite all of the stress, all of the days that are frustrating. Like, this is why I do what I do. Long time to vlog. It is already 6:30, but I've had a productive like after school time. Obviously I had to coach Girls on the Run, so I didn't get back to my room until 5:30. In the past hour, I have graded the math check for understanding that my students did today. I've got to put in the grade book. I also made a list of all of my missing work because the marking period ends next week. I need to make sure that I get all of those, although actually I don't really have a lot, which is pretty good. I just have some friends that have to finish Google Classroom assignments, but hopefully I can get them caught up soon. Overall, I'm feeling pretty good. Tomorrow is Friday. I'm gonna have a guidance lesson in the afternoon, and I am reviewing in science because our science assessment is Monday, and between this week and next week, like, they're kind of off weeks in terms of assessments because next week is our science assessment and our math assessment, so it's a lot of review and things like that. I still have to plan for tomorrow because I think my block 2, I'm only gonna have them for about 30 minutes for math because of the guidance lesson. I'm going to go ahead and probably start reviewing for the assessment next week. My block 1 needs a little bit more support with the area model for multiplication, but really it comes down to the math facts. Like, they understand the strategy and they're able to execute the strategy. They just need help with the math facts. So maybe I can come up with something kind of fun to do with them tomorrow to help with that. But for now, I need to get out of here because I have to go to the gym, and then I can go home and figure out what I'm doing tomorrow and then try to relax a little bit. So I'm gonna go ahead and let you go, and then I will catch up with you all tomorrow. Good morning, YouTube. I'm gonna keep this short because Starbucks is giving away free reusable cups to anyone who buys a holiday drink. So I'm headed that way, and I'm worried there's gonna be a long line. If there is, I may have to abandon the idea, although I really want some coffee because I'm very tired, but I can always get some after school. So fingers crossed, I'm gonna head to Starbucks and then head to school, and I will catch up with you there. So here's the evidence of my Target trip last night. First of all, I got these holiday poppers. They were back in the holiday section. I got a reindeer, an elf, and a Santa Claus. So basically you squeeze the stomach and then it shoots out these little foam balls. I already kind of have some ideas of how I can use this to do like a review game or something, but I wanted to let you all know about these because I'm worried that they're going to sell out by the time I actually do the game. So if you teach elementary school, I would suggest grabbing these now. They're like $4.99 a piece, but they're really, really cool. I feel like the students are going to really like them, and I already have tons of ideas of ways that I can use them, and if you wait, they may all be sold out. So just throwing that out there. I also got this sign from the dollar spot. It says, "Give thanks and eat pie," and I just really identified with that. And then I owe some of my students a prize because they had a Google Classroom assignment last week. It was 24 like slides or problems long. I told them they had to do the first 10 because I was grading the first 10, but if they wanted to do the rest for extra practice, then I would have a prize for them because I always like to see which students are willing to go above and beyond. And I actually had 20 students between my 2 blocks who chose to do that, which I thought was awesome. So I'm gonna reward them with these like little crayons. They're stackable, so you can like take out the different colors and stack them on top of each other. So I got 20 of those. It was $3 for a 10 pack, so very affordable. I spent $6, which I don't mind doing to reward my students. I'm also going to go through, I think I have some erasers that I could give them as well. So I was given even more Reese's and other assorted candies today. So yeah, when my pants start fitting tighter over the next few weeks, this will be why. So it is after school, it is 4 o'clock, and I'm actually about to get out of here, which is very rare for me to leave like right on time, but mentally, I just need to. I'm very, very exhausted. I need to take time for myself. My team teachers and I are gonna go out and grab a bite to eat and just catch up with each other, and like, that's what I need right now. That is what is best for me, so that's what I'm gonna do. Today was crazy. It was a good day, but it was just hectic. I had no planning time, but it's okay, because I'm gonna go out with my team teachers, have a good time. If you enjoyed this week's vlog, please go ahead and give the video a thumbs up. Also hit the subscribe button if you haven't already, and hit the notification bell so that you are notified every time I post a new video. As always, thank you so much for watching. I love you all. Don't forget to think positive, and I'll catch you all in the next one. Thank you so much for watching all the way to the end of this video and for supporting my YouTube channel. If you want to check out any of my older videos, you can use the 2 links right down here. If you want to subscribe to my channel so you don't miss any future videos, you can use the link right up here. The links to all of my social media sites, my Teachers Pay Teacher store, my merchandise store, and my Amazon store are in the description box, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.